Yo, back at you with another episode. Coming at you from chooseyourrelationships.com. It's official, like a referee with a whistle. Back at it, man. You know, like, share the video when you come in. It's a Friday night, and I'm feeling right. What's really going on out in these streets? Out here, man. Yeah. Man. Today has been another day. Let's smash the like button. You know. Man. Oh, man. What a day. Another day in Charlotte. Doesn't feel right when I say that. I haven't been here long enough. I've been saying another day in the ATL for 10 years. Yeah, I got to get used to being here. You know? But it's all good, though. Make it do what it do, baby. This is my second home away from home. You know what I mean? That's how I see it anyway. My second home away from home. Yep. So, hey, this topic was inspired by one of my longtime listeners on my podcast. Because I think he said, I think he got duped. He got duped. How many older brother you never had? Hey, wait a minute, man. I ain't that old, man. Hey, I ain't that old. Hey, I ain't that old, man. How old do you think I am? Hey. Look out, y'all. What up, Sean the Navigator? They will lie to kick it. You ain't got the lie to kick it. You heard that? Hey, that's what Tupac said. You ain't got the lie to kick it. To the tricks and the bitches just to get the nigga riches. Hey, that's what Tupac said, man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got the lie to kick it to the chick to the bitches just to get the nigga riches. I gotta check my email real quick, man. Hey, that's Tupac. Hey, Tupac was talking that talk back in the day, man. You know, Tupac said, you ain't got to lie to kick it. That's what Tupac said, man. You know, you ain't got to lie to kick it to the tricks and the bitches just to get nigga riches. That Tupac was raw, boy. I'm telling you, man. Tupac was raw, boy. I agree with the title. I got the old okie dokie. Hey, man, hey, never get married if you can. It's outdated. Nah, I don't think it's outdated. It's just a lot of confusion and a lot of people don't know what the hell they doing. That's all it is. He was trying to put us on some game. Yeah, Tupac was trying to put you on, man. I'm gonna try to bring Dr. Kaci on. I gotta send her an email and we can talk about this. I haven't checked my email today. Dr. Kaci, she's a real one, yo. Talk that talk. Hold up. I gotta send her email real quick. Let's see. He actually sent me a yeah. What the hell is that? He sent me an email. Yeah. So I gotta send her an invite real quick. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, that should do it. Hopefully she'll be on in a couple minutes. Yeah. You kind of lie to kick it. Cause the trick, hey, Tupac was talking that talk, man. We didn't understand what he was saying. He was ahead of his time, man. Tupac was talking that talk, boy. Man, Tupac was talking that talk. Hey, we thought Tupac was crazy as cat shit. Be honest. Most of us thought Tupac was crazy as cat shit back in the day. Like, man, this nigga crazy. That's what most of us was saying. No, he wasn't crazy. He was just ahead of his time. That's all. Avoid the legal documents. Well, you don't got to do the legal documents. You don't got to go through the state to be married. You draw up your own contract if that's what you really want to do. True, most females become play a role of what the man wants and needs to be attractive. If you don't have game, men fall for a fantasy. Yeah. You got to know what's real and what's fake. No doubt about it. You know. Yeah, a lot of guys like that. I think, let's be honest. We all like the fantasy. Come on now. Let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it 100. We all love the fantasy. Because we were conditioned to be that way. But it just don't work. It just don't work out like that. It ain't no damn perfect relationship. Ain't no perfect woman. Ain't no perfect man. Ain't no perfect situation. You got to make it perfect for you. That's what it is. You know, so we all want the fantasy. That's why strip clubs make so much money. Destroy your empire. Well, I don't know if they want to destroy men empire. I think a lot of women are in survival mode. When women are in survival mode, they tend to do very scandalous things. And then you have some women that are very selfish. So you have to know, you got to know who's who. You got to figure some things, man, unfortunately can't be taught. You know what I'm saying? You just have to go through it, or you have to be in the moment, or you have to have the experience of dealing with certain people to know. Everybody can't tell you how to do everything, unfortunately. And there's no perfect. It's nothing perfect. And anything you do, any decisions you make, there's always going to be some type of risk involved. There's no guarantees. Well, wait a minute. Nope. There is a guarantee. You're going to die one day. That's the only guarantee there is. Other than that, forget about it. There's no guarantee that you're going to have a kid with this woman. There's no guarantee that y'all going to be together until y'all die. All you can do is just work at it, man. Basically, put the time, effort, energy. You know, there's no guarantee. There's only one guarantee: you're gonna die one day. If you make a woman your wife, come up with your own contract. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. You know, I didn't. I agree with 100%. Pac, yeah, Pac was spitting that game, man, and it was like, this nigga's crazy. Then they start calling them names. He's a thug, you know, kind of nonsense. You know, try to make the man to be some vigilante. You know what I'm saying? He was ahead of his time, man. At this age and stage, fuck the fantasy. Be yourself. Well, yeah, that's that's the best thing you can do is be yourself. But here's the problem: a lot of people don't know who they are, and when they look in the mirror, they don't like what they see when they look in the mirror. So that's the problem. That's a big problem for a lot of people. You know, when they look in the mirror, they're like, man, I want to be somebody else. God damn. That's the problem with a lot of people. Yo, smash the like button. There's levels to their home ranking. Every 10 years with her, it gets worse. Man, you crazy, man. Oh man. Man, you know, I know some guys that got married, man, and they had no. It's a beautiful thing, man. They don't have no major problems. Now, there's always gonna be problems, whether you're single or married, you know. But you know, there's more responsibilities, of course, when you get married because there's more than just you involved. So that would make more sense. You know what I'm saying? But you know, I know some people that got married, man, and they got married in the 20s and they still married to this day, man. You know, that's how it is. You know, it works out for some people, and some people got divorced and got married and got remarried again. So it just depends on the people involved, bro. That's usually how it goes. You know. Now, if you get married in a big city, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to stay together because too many goddamn distractions. You know. Now, if you get married in a small town, man, that's small town USA living. So it ain't gonna be a whole bunch of distractions. So yeah, there's a good chance y'all be together for a long time, probably forever. That's usually how it go. This girl works at Microsoft, has money, but is overweight and wants to get married. What do you think? I only kick it with her one time. You know, if she's looking for marriage, I'd tell her I ain't trying to get married. So I probably just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me, you know. Now, if you hit that thing good, Sean, she probably ain't gonna want to leave you alone. See that? See, that's where the problem comes in there. You know? See, if you hit that thing good, you hit that spot, she ain't she is a good chance she ain't gonna want to let you go like that. See, that's the problem. So me, I would probably just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't need the drama. That's just me though. Mississippi in the house. What up, son? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of times, just because you can do something, that don't mean you should do it. You know what I'm saying? Just because you can do something, that don't mean you should do it. You know, I would keep it Plus, man, there's a whole bunch of women out here that's looking to smash. That's the majority. That's the majority of women out here want to smash. So leave that woman alone, man, and keep it pushing. There's a whole bunch of women that just want to smash one time. There's a bunch. Most women out here, they're not marriage material. They're unfit. So those are the women that you should be going after, Sean. There's a whole bunch of them. Go to the bar Sunday. Go to the bar Sunday and watch. Well, not Sunday. Go to the bar tomorrow and watch college football. It's going to be a bunch of women in there looking at college football tomorrow and looking at NFL football Sunday. Those are the women that should be trying to smash. Yeah, these women are everywhere. You know, they're at the club, they're at the bars. Man, these women are everywhere. I would tell you to go to the strip club, but you're going to have to pay. There's a good chance you're going to have to pay in that strip club. Now, I know some guys that have pulled it off, and they did smash strippers without paying. But hey, I'm just saying. I'm just saying, man. Hey, man, it is what it is sometimes. The Bahamas in the house. We as men need to stop marrying down and marry someone on our level. If you do marry down, sign a prenup. Man, guys married down all the time. We don't approach marriage like women do. See, most women marry up. Most guys marry down. See, we have a different set of qualifications, I should say. And we just want the woman to look good. She have good motherly instincts. She can take care of the household. She loving, caring, nurturing. That's it. Those are the basics. She don't gotta have no damn high paying job. No, that's not most guys. Just be submissive, look good, make me look good, take care of my kids. That's basically the basic, bro. That's usually how it goes. We don't really what's up?
What's going on with you?
Not much. How you doing?
What you talking about today? I'm doing
Oh,
pretty
we're
good.
talking about good. That's good. We're talking about what women will do in order to get the ring.
Oh Lord. So, this week I did a dating class to teach you like how to date. It really wasn't about dating, honestly, but it was interesting to hear some women's point of views. The person that conducted the meeting actually thinks differently than me. She's kind of like not married for love. She's kind of married for status type person. And there's nothing wrong
Mhm,
with that because a lot of women marry for things other than love.
mhm.
But I truly believe in marrying for love. But I also believe that if you truly marry for love, then together, um, status will come if you really love each other and y'all both about your business. So that was interesting. So this topic is right up that alley.
That's cool, man. Oh, I checked out your last two episodes of your podcast. Man, I was laughing so hard.
Uh-huh. Which okay, so I've been uploading like crazy on my app
See,
on Roku. I've uploaded over 100 episodes, and on my podcast on the podcasting platform, it's actually not even in the season that I'm on right now. So I don't even know which episodes you listen to.
oh well, I was listening to it on Shopify. So it was the
Okay.
one where you was talking about who benefits from marriage and the
Oh yeah.
what's the other one? Oh, you know what? Hold up. I'll tell you what it is right now. I don't care. I was sitting there guessing, man. Forget all that. Let's see.
So I
Let's
like
pull it
talking
up.
about a lot of different stuff, and because I'm a life coach, it allows me to talk about it from a different perspective. And I'm kind of an intuitive type of person, so
Yeah.
that kind of gives me a different mindset. Um, so I'm glad you were entertained.
Yeah, I was laughing so hard. Because there was a lot of
What?
truth. Well, there was a lot of truth of what you were saying, obviously. But it was just how you were saying it. It was raw. Cause like sometimes when I even me, sometimes I'll say things and I usually don't listen to anything I record once it goes live. But when I do,
Oh no. I listened to it. Okay, so I've been uploading posts since 2014. I really started taking it serious on Instagram. So I used to just make long ass captions, and then I got tired of making long captions because who wants to read a long caption now that they got videos? So I
yeah,
kind of just transitioned from that. But what I learned is that I have to go back and read everything, because if I don't go back and read it, if somebody then listen to it and they saying something based on what I didn't said and I don't remember what I said, then it kind of defeats the purpose. But I think I'm very funny. I listen to everything that I
yeah,
post at
yeah,
some point, because I laugh at myself. I be like, I cannot
yeah. Me
believe I
too.
just said that loud ass shit.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it was like, oh, no in and out of love when married.
Oh
That
yeah.
was the one that really I was laughing my ass off. Boy, that was hilarious.
You you will love the next season of episodes then.
Yeah,
I have
yeah,
like, okay, so right now I have 103 episodes in the first 4 seasons that I have, and I have over 600 and something other videos to load. So
yeah.
I have a lot to do.
Damn. So you must do things. I know you do some
I mean,
videos.
post or record.
Huh? Uh oh. Uh oh.
Most of my videos are done when I'm driving.
Yeah. That's what I was about to say.
Typically.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So you must do things constantly, like you like stream of conscious. Uh oh.
No, no,
No, you don't do it like that.
not at all. Okay, so some days I hold on. I'm gonna leave and then I'm gonna leave and come back.
All right, cool. Yeah, she been busy. I guess so. 600. Oh man, that's a lot. I don't even got. I got probably a month, probably a month of episodes in advance as far as podcasts go, but not 600. Whew, that's thorough right there. That's good though. That's good. That's good. You know, I agree with you, but when you look at divorce, let me see that. I agree with you, but when you look at divorce laws, it don't favor men when it's this that and your mentality and approach need to change. Need to change. Uh, yeah, it's better now.
Okay, so I have two internets. I have the internet that's upstairs for my security system, and then I have the internet
Uh,
that I use. And for whatever reason, lately it's been jumping on the internet it's not supposed to be on. So I don't know what's going on with my
oh,
regular internet. Okay, I do not record a whole bunch of videos. Like I don't record every single day, but some days I might have a lot more to say than other days. So if I am
yeah,
ratting and I start thinking about something, or if I had something on my mind for a couple days, then I'll make a video about it. So some days I might make two or three videos just because I didn't heard something and now I got two or three subjects on my mind. Or one subject just ends up going like a couple of videos because I'm not trying to do a 4 hour video about something.
gotcha. Yeah, a lot of times, I've noticed that if I might have something on my mind that I want to talk about, and if I don't write it down, I'll forget. You
Well,
know.
that's the other part. So a lot of times I have to make I have a little scratch pad in my phone and one of my notepads where it has the check mark. So I was doing that, and I have some stuff that I still need to record that I just have not went back to record. But I
Yeah.
think kind of doing these shows don't have me where I don't really have to record or don't have the urge to record as much because I'm talking about stuff.
Yeah.
So now if I do a show or do a recording, it's normally based off of either something I heard on the internet, on the radio, or somebody's business that I can just break down and kind of give a better understanding as to why a person is doing something.
Yeah. Yeah. So what?
Is it
So let's
still
talk about.
delayed?
No, no, you good now. You good. So tell me, how was the discussion? How did that go? How long did it
Listen,
last?
Dada Saints, what discussion? The class?
Yeah.
What you talking about? Hold on. Not really that I love to talk. It's just that I know a lot of stuff. So because I
Yeah.
have learned a lot, I've made it my business to learn.
Yeah.
So because I learn a lot, I just have a lot more of an opinion that's not trash. You know what I'm saying? I'm not judging people. I'm not trying to
Right.
belittle people. I talk a lot about things that's gonna help people become better.
Yeah. I agree. Your delivery is very. I feel that
Well,
bad.
I think I'm for the hood people, the people
Yeah.
that's like where I'm from. I'm not for the super saved folks. I can tell you that now because I'm gonna cuss.
Me either. Me
I'm
either.
gonna say something that's gonna be a little bit crazy off the wall. It's
Yeah.
still acting
Most
up
of
a little
those
bit.
people. Most of those people will listen to what I say and be like, "Oh no, I'm not going on there." And
See,
I
I understand. I understand what how men think, and I understand how women think because I'm a woman. But like I
yeah,
talk to a lot of men, I like to get men's perspective on things, and because I study psychology, it makes it a little bit better to understand.
yeah. And I tell a
You
lot
got
of people, I said,
cold.
look,
You over here you got
no,
COVID.
no, 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 no. The last about 2 weeks ago, I had a preacher on. She came on. Come on.
Really?
Yeah, I can't be
How was
that
that?
bad. Oh, it was great. But she was off the hook.
Well, I'm an ordained minister.
Yeah, yeah, I heard that. Yeah, yeah. Say, hey, I might need your services in the future.
I mean, look, I am in the process of going and getting my mediation certificate. So
Uh
I'm
huh.
gonna be able to take you from premarital counseling to divorce, but I really try to help people stay together as much as possible.
Gotcha. What up, Mike?
Big Mike.
Yeah, Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah, yeah. I like, yeah, but that was like, that was she was kind of wide open, to be
Why?
honest.
What was she saying?
She don't got no filter.
Well, but
And
what was she saying? What was she
uh
saying? No
man, she
filter
was,
is good.
yeah, I know, but I didn't expect that until, because we talked for about 10 minutes before we started recording, and she used to be a stripper back in the day. She used to be a stripper back in the day, and she used to be
So
with a
it makes
woman
sense that
back
she
in.
would be.
She used to be with a woman back in the day too. I said,
Ah.
"Oh, whoa."
You should have got me on that conversation. I would have had a lot of questions.
Hey,
I would have had
and
a
then
whole lot of questions.
well, we talked for about it was about for 45 minutes, and the what else about her? I asked her how she got into ministry and everything like that, and she said she felt like she was called to do it. It just didn't happen. She almost died in a car accident twice. Uh, she's a military brat.
Mm.
So she been through a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And then she started a publishing company
Yeah.
couple, I don't know, probably like 5 years ago. And she wrote 21 books, and she co-authored with uh 26 other people. So there's like 47 books total. So, then she got the ministry going on, and then what else? Yeah, she's doing films. So this she said, check this out. She's doing a film. She's gonna expose the the gay people in the church.
But why?
I don't know. I didn't ask her
Because
that.
they undercover?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I have a triple X page on Twitter. And I started this triple X page because you can't post shit on Instagram that is X rated. So I've learned that people like a lot of things that you would be very surprised about. And it is very interesting
Yep.
to see how many different things that people like that religious people and religion makes it seem like nah, it's no way that people would want that or do that or be into that. And I've learned that that's furthest from the truth. People be
Yeah.
into a
But
whole lot of things.
she follows the Bible religiously. She follows the Bible.
Mm. I mean,
That's
well,
how
I
she
think I think that it's a little I think it's kind of I want to say tacky to try to expose somebody for being gay because like so whose business is that? Like so you think that God is
Oh,
going to be happy with you for exposing somebody for being gay? Like he's not.
I,
You're going to make yourself look foolish because
I
that
don't
is
know.
not something to be exposed. Like what you going to do once you expose them then what? Like they're going to get kicked out the church? Like what?
I don't know. I
But
didn't
it's
get into
probably
that.
it's probably some people that she know that's gay in church that's trying to
Yeah.
act like they not.
Yeah,
That's
we
what
all
it
know
is.
people. Yeah, we all know people that's like that. Yeah, we all know people that's like that. We grew up with people
Mhm.
that's like that, you know. But I didn't
Mhm.
even get
See,
into
but
all that.
being gay back then was like more of, you couldn't do it. Now you could be open about it.
Yeah, yeah. I
Like a
mean,
lot of people had to had or move to Los Angeles or what I'm saying, go to places where it was okay to kind of be gay. But now shit, it's a free for all.
yeah. So
She'd mess around and get it'll be karmatic and it'll smack her in the face. You think she exposing somebody and it turn on her.
Yeah, I told her
gay people don't
once we,
play.
once I told her, I said, hey, once we were done recording, I said, hey, be careful with that film. Hey man, the reason religious people they're different.
Between religion, and then the gay community, like that's a two-edged sword.
Yeah, you know. But
Because
she lives.
it's gonna step on people's toes, but then there the LGBTQ Q community. I can't remember all the damn alphabets that's in that,
Yeah,
but they gonna have a problem with it.
yeah. But she live out in Florence, South Carolina, this small town.
Oh,
So hey,
well, that'd be
I don't think
interesting.
they'll. Yeah, yeah. I told her, I said, hey, once you get done with it, man, hey, shoot me a link. I want to see it. You know, I'm interested. Seeing what 'cause her and her husband doing it together.
Oh Lord,
Yeah, I'm interested in seeing.
they not happy. Ain't no way you happy if you
Hmm?
trying to expose somebody else. You're just not happy. Like, not
Yeah,
in
man.
if you're trying to help somebody by talking
Yeah,
about something that's already out there for the world to know and you're just helping people, that's one thing. But when you're trying to be malicious and trying to undercut people, um that is not of God. That is like the furthest thing from God that I've ever heard
well,
of.
I was caught off guard. To be honest.
I would have been too. Cause that's
Yeah,
not like, I don't know. I don't know what type of ministry that is. That ain't,
I don't know.
God
I
is
mean,
not gonna be pleased with that.
and this is the debauchery. What you say? How do you say it? Debauchery?
Listen, people in the Bible were gay.
Yeah,
Um had extramarital affairs, was sleeping with people's wives, was taking people's husbands or wives. They was doing everything up under the sun. They had concubines,
yeah,
they was marrying multiple people, like everything that you can think of that they try to act like is bad now is like regular, like
yeah.
happened.
Are you from Dillon? I got a cousin that live out in Dillon. I've been out there. I don't know, probably 2 3 times. I don't know, man. Yeah, I lived in Florence for like a year back in the day. It's a,
Well, Dark Beard, tell them people in Florence that she coming for 'em. She coming. I don't know why she coming. Who done pissed her off? Somebody done pissed her
yeah.
off because she coming for her.
But overall, I feel like she's a nice woman though. Yeah, overall, I feel like she's a nice woman. Um, you know, uh, most of the people that I brought on, uh, I would say at least probably half of them I would bring them on again. Rest of them, no. It
Why? I mean, what type of people do you get? I'm kind of not open to
mostly
having people on my show. I don't know why. I just don't have a show that's like that. My show is
no.
strictly to kind of give information. And on one of these sites that I signed up for, people just I'm like, I posted my show so that you can
Mhm.
have a sample of what I talk about. And child, if they don't keep asking me to be on my show, and I'm thinking like, I know it
Oh,
say
because you have a good story. That's why.
yeah, I think I have a pretty interesting story.
Yeah, I
It's
look.
crazy.
Those are the type of people I look for. I look for people that have like drastic story, like life changing stories,
Mhm.
and those are the people that I bring on, basically. But the only problem is a lot of times, I don't know. Maybe some people are nervous. I don't know, man. Or maybe they now at least 2 times. And this was my fault. I take responsibility. I I think I lost like some people sometimes certain things I say, and I say, oh, and then I'll like kind of like rewind and I say, okay, this is what I was trying to say, and then they're like, oh, okay, so and then and then I think a lot of times some people are kind of like they thought it was going to be like an interview. I think no, we're gonna have just a
A
conversation.
conversation.
Yeah, it's not gonna be like I'm asking you like 20 questions, 21 questions. you know,
I mean, but some shows are like that, so
yeah,
you just never know what to expect. I've had different people request different things. Some people want pre-shows, some people don't know what a pre-show is. Some, it just varies.
yeah,
Um some want to have a conversation, some want me to explain, when my mother tried to kill me is the
yeah. See that
probably the
that
main thing that people ask me about.
they say, "Good Lord, you bullshitting."
Like, because it sounds crazy, and it's
yeah,
crazy for me because it's crazy for me because one, I still talk to my mom, and I know it makes her uncomfortable, and she be kind of in denial about it and all of that. But then, like, I really am honest, so it's not like I'm gonna like hold back when people ask about it. But I don't mind talking about it because it's like really happened. People be like, "Oh, but your mother, you supposed to love your mother, and da 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 da. Your mother's supposed to be this," and I'm like, "Listen, I do not have that mother experience." So all these people be
yeah,
talking about how their moms are and how close they are, and I'd be like, "Man, I wish."
yeah, yeah. See, that was me growing up. I have the motherly great experience with my mom.
hmm
You know,
So a lot of people don't understand. So I don't mind talking about it though. It doesn't bother me. I'm more concerned about if it's gonna hurt somebody else's feelings. But I just feel like at this point, my mindset is that if you wanted the story to be better, then you should have been better. I can only, like at this point, my only obligation is to tell it straight.
yeah. If people don't like it, they don't have to listen to it. I don't. But I mean, it's not like you're gonna like every episode. I mean,
I mean, some of my episode, like, most of the time, I am a very goofy type person when I talk about stuff. So I'm always gonna say something that's crazy. But I think that I'm a hilarious person. The things that I say are really interesting.
well,
And
you don't.
I haven't started to upload anything. Like, I got videos about sex and just adult stuff. Like, I have almost anything that you can imagine a conversation about. I talk about it.
Well, yeah, that thing you don't hear a lot of people talk about the you know. There's like, I mean, most of the stuff that we hear and that we hear it all the time on
Mhm.
television, on the radio.
Mhm.
We hear it all the time. And, everywhere you go, people saying the same things. I'm like, but the stuff
It's
that
like a
you talk
group
about,
think type of thing.
yeah. But the stuff that you talk about, stuff that I talk about, you don't hear it all the time. You might hear it every
Mm-mm.
once in a while, something like that. That's why when you hear something that you don't hear very often, it shocks you. Depending on the person, it might shock you. It might be funny, or it might catch you off guard. Who knows? Just depends on the
Mhm.
person. You know.
Crazy enough, I've been posting. So I use Vimeo for my hosting my videos, and I have had like over 10,000 views in just a little bit of 4 months. So I'm like kind of stoked over here. Like, okay,
That's good.
I see you playing.
That's good. Yeah, you don't gotta worry about being on YouTube and getting shadow banned.
Well, I'm not doing as good on YouTube, but I my biggest focus is more so of having my Roku channel than anything else.
Yeah, tell everybody about that.
Okay, so I started a Roku channel. It is like, a Netflix, but it's Speaking Freedom TV. And what I've done is all of the things that you hear on the podcast, I've put a little bit of a background to it, some visual to it. So if you go to on Roku specifically, you can get the Speaking Freedom TV app. And I have seasons 1 through 6 through 4 available for viewing, and I really want to just keep uploading because I have so much content. It's like I don't really want to stop, but I am trying to make myself do like between 20 and 25 videos a month, and then that way it'll give me a little bit of wiggle room so that I don't feel pressured to post every day. But on my website on edu freedom.org/shop, you can find Speaking Freedom TV on there as well. But I have a lot of stuff. I have books. I have made available merch, shirts, hats, and things like that. That is not my objective, is not to sell you things. I really just want you to listen to the videos, learn something, apply it to your life, and then be a better person. The merch is just extra.
Yeah. 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 So if coming from you're a woman, obviously you're a woman.
Right.
Now, and how would a guy tell if this woman is the real deal or she's perpetrating a fraud? What would you say to a guy? Because she's doing everything. I mean, she's almost flawless. I've had this experience
Sometimes
before.
when a person is too perfect, it's a problem. If they do everything right, then that's a problem. I personally, as a woman, I post a lot on Instagram. So when I notice a man trying to do or talk about things that he see me post on Instagram, like he try to make it be about something that I posted versus holding a conversation, that's normally a red flag. But with women, it is it's difficult because there are a lot of women that are desperate enough to just be real and tell you everything. But then there are women that play games as well. And it is difficult. But because of social media, you have the ability to look up a person. You have the ability to do your research. You have the ability to see who a person been. Now, if she then changed her whole body, she then probably deleted all of her old Instagram stuff and all of her old Facebook stuff, or you're gonna have to really dig and try to find it because normally when they go get their body done, they start deleting everything. When they go get they um, boobs are a little bit more subjective, but definitely
Yeah.
if she go get her BBL, that's a Brazilian butt lift where she take all of this. Look, I got a little bit of fat so I can show you. She take all this little fat and she get it
Yeah.
all sucked out and then she go put it in her butt and then they make the butts bigger. I mean, and they look good, but that should be a red flag because that kind of says that that person didn't feel confident in themselves, and then you have to wonder when they don't feel confident or when something happens, who is the person that they will become when they at their lowest, because like a man, if he loses that, he's going to become the person he was before it. And so it's hard. Everybody fake. Everybody trying to show their best self. Nobody wants to be themselves. So
Yeah.
to try to determine that, I mean, does she ever not have her weave in? You know what I'm saying? Do it's it depends on what you like though.
Yeah. There's a guy that's down the street from me. He got a turns out she's from Colombia. Now I didn't know it. I could not tell. To me, she just looked like another black person, another
Hmm.
black
Hmm.
woman to me, right? He told me the other day, um, she's from Colombia. They've been together for like 5 years. And yeah, if you look at her, you'd be like, God damn, she's really in shape. Like
Hmm. Nah,
she getting it in, boy. I'm
she
talking
probably
every
got a
week.
BBL.
Huh?
She probably got a BBL.
I don't know. But he
And
told now this
nowadays you got you okay. So okay, the different types of butts. I think I got a video, a episode that talk about the different type of booties because you can kind of tell when a girl got a BBL. Sometimes, if their booty is like too basketball perfect,
oh
that's
yeah, yeah, yeah,
probably a BBL. And then some
yeah, yeah,
people, don't get BBLs. They go get something else because then they have a little it'd be like deformed around the butt part,
Oh yeah.
like around the bottom. So it's easy to kind of tell some fake booties, but real fake booties are never going to be perfect unless it's like a
No.
super muscular person. But if they're muscular,
Yeah.
they're not just going to be muscular in their legs and in their booty. Their stomach is going to be toned and shaped and everything. Because even after you have that surgery to get your fat transferred, you can still get fat again if you don't, you know what I'm saying, eat right, do what you're supposed to be doing.
Exactly. But now this is what he told me. So I'm gonna tell you what he said, and I'm gonna tell you what I think. Sometimes he told me when they first met, she was just like that. She was in shape, just like she is today, right? And he said he thought she was a working girl. So I said, was she? And he said, no, she wasn't. All right. At least he don't think so or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay. So
What he tell
they got
you is the question.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, that could be true too. So, they got he met the family, you know, uh they went through the whole immigration visa process or whatever, and they've been married for 5 years, got a kid and everything or whatever. But me personally, when I see them girls, like, they be on Instagram or on some dating website or whatever, and if she's really in shape, I'll be like, look, and this is just my mind. I'm like, she could be one of them girls on the track. Maybe she used to be there. Maybe she not there no more. This is just how I think. because
Why?
because over there, that's a place like Colombia. Some of the not even necessarily Colombia. It's some Colombian girls I met here. Most of them I've met got at least one kid. Eh, I'm talking the baddest ones. Got at least one kid. You know, but the average looking girl, of course, that's a different story. But that's just my. Now, a lot of that has to do with how my experiences, of course. You know, but I
Right.
have been wrong.
You like those working girls? The military seem to always date them girls to be like them juicy girls over in Korea. You know what a
Nah, I
juicy
don't.
girl is?
No, what that? What I
A
never been
juicy
to
girl
Korea.
is like a prostitute in Korea. You pick them up, you pick
Oh,
up a juicy girl and take them to the room. It's like a
oh,
prostitute
that's
in
what they
Korea.
call them.
They call them
I
juicy
didn't know they
girls
call them
though.
that.
Hmm.
Okay. No, I don't.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't. I did that one time when I was in Dubai. I never do that shit again.
Hmm.
I didn't like it.
Like, okay, so how was that?
Just wasn't a good experience for me. I felt like
I mean, so what led you to that? How did that come about?
oh,
Like,
what it is I had I only had one day off. So
mhm,
and I think we was working crazy hours at the time. We didn't really have free time like everybody else did because we still had to work basically our department at the time. So I had one day off and I was with a friend of mine and he wanted to go to one of these spots, right? So I'm like, man, I don't know, bro.
yes, your friend.
I don't know, bro. But he didn't want to go by himself. So I said, all right, man. So when we went up in there, um, he got his girl, whatever, paid his little money, and then I was talking to the guy that was in charge of everything in
Mhm.
there, and so I told him, hey, I'm gonna just wait over here. He said, what? No, no. He said, either you, if you in here, you paying or you gotta leave. Now, I don't know if you ever been to Dubai. You ever been to Dubai?
No, I want to
It's
go. I
It's
got to get
hot.
over my fear of traveling by myself. Or
It's hot as shit. It's hot.
like, have you been to Iraq? Is like Iraq hot?
No, I never been to Iraq. I don't know how it is. But
Okay, so
I'm
I
kind of
was in
think
Iraq for like 4 months. It was pretty hot in Iraq,
like
in
it's like
Kuwait too.
like 120 every day.
20, yeah. And I
Yeah.
lived in Phoenix for a little while also.
Okay, it's the same then. Yeah. I'm talking like
Hmm.
you can walk outside 5 minutes. It's like you took a shower. That type of heat. So I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, I'm not.
that's how Phoenix is.
Yeah. So I'm told my man, I'm not going out there, yo. It's too hot for me. And he's like, but hey, you paying?
So wait a minute,
Hey,
they got juice. They got places that you can go and pick up women in Dubai.
oh yeah, they be at the hotels.
I thought that stuff was like illegal there.
It is illegal, but they do
Oh,
whatever they do. Then they have first off, everything is so hot over there. Everything is closed in. There's like no place. There's no store outside. There's no restaurant outside. Everything is closed in. It's that's how the whole really city's set up really. So they if you go to like a nightclub, the nightclub is inside the hotel. Or if you go to the store is attached to either some big shopping
something
center
else.
or something like that. So if you go to the nightclubs, you like I said, you have to go to the hotel, and the women be at in the damn nightclub dancing. I'm like, what the hell?
Mm.
I was so confused.
Trying to get picked up.
Yeah, I'm like,
So do they
I
be
want
dressed like how do they be dressed in the clubs? Are they
like
like in there like fully like
they
regular
dress like
dressed or
regular girls. And then when you start talking to them, and then she'll be like, "Oh, I'm a working girl." I'm like, "Oh, come on, man!
uh,
I just
you trying to
wasted."
put that on your friend?
No, this is how everything is set up over there. No, the reason
Okay.
why, okay, back to that. The reason why I paid because I didn't want to go outside in that heat. So I was like, I'd pay this little what, $60 at the time or whatever. I didn't really do anything really, to be honest. It went. I'll put it like this: it was not a happy ending, and
Oh,
that was the last time.
oh, that was just a
The
waste of
first,
time.
basically, yeah, the first and last time I did that, I'm like, yeah, I don't like this.
So have you
This
ever
is.
been to a swingers club or anything since you've been in Atlanta?
I've been to Trapeze once.
How was that?
It was all right. It's a nice setup they have. You know, I wouldn't advise anybody to go by themselves though. I went by myself. I wouldn't advise that. It's better to have a date
Why you say you
or have
wouldn't advise that?
because if you're by yourself, you usually get lost because it's mostly couples in there. I would say at least the night that I went,
So what you mean
90
lost? How you get lost?
because
How you get
most
lost though?
couples. No, I mean no, I mean just figuratively speaking. Like most couples are looking for other couples. Most couples are looking for other couples or a woman. So
See, but unless you as a man, it's probably a little bit more awkward. It's probably not.
yeah, exactly. It's awkward for them, not me. Wasn't for me. Because I didn't have no expectations anyway because I've never been there before. I'm like I was just curious to see how it was. But it's kind of like a nightclub, a regular nightclub. The only difference is they have lockers. You can change your clothes if you want. If and they have like a back room with beds and stuff like that, and well, kind of like a playroom, and it's kind of like a regular nightclub, basically. It's not in like not that really surprises me. You can get it.
So
It's
it
like a
is
damn.
like a blue flame or a Magic City with a twist.
No, it's better than those clubs. I would say
Okay.
uh as far as just this, I would say it's on the Onyx level, like that.
See, okay, so I've never been to Onyx.
You
I'm
never
gonna
been
go to
on?
Onyx next week.
Yeah, yeah. It's a nice place. I got to give it to them. Whoever, I don't know who owned that spot, but it's a
Mm-mm.
nice place.
I I'm gonna go. I'll go this week. I'll try to go. They do something on Thursdays that I want to go to.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a nice place. I wasn't I wasn't other than, I wish I would have went with a girl at the time, but I didn't. I kind of like, yeah, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna just wing it and see. I'm just want to see how it is. And I just never went back. you know. But yeah, it's a nice place. I gotta give you.
How some of
I can tell. I can tell they put some money into that spot. Yeah, they put a lot of money in that spot. You know, Fire Club. Hell yeah. That and that was the first swingers club I ever been to, and like in my life. You know, but
yeah,
I
I
had
want to
a
try to go to some different different type of stuff clubs since it's so much available here to go and
yeah.
just adventure because like I've never really been gay before, but I want to see how they, what I'm saying? Like they seem like they be having fun, Jack.
Yeah, I met some pretty cool people though when I was up in there. And I have a good friend. I actually talked to her today. She's a very, I mean, she's cool as hell. I have nothing. She misses me. She was the one that told me about it, and she I think she I think they I don't know I don't think she has these parties, but I know she knows people that have these parties. And I wanted to go to a party with her, but COVID happened, so we never got a chance to go. So you know, I told her, I said, "Hey, you got."
Somebody, it's a pole dancer that's gonna be at Swinger Richards soon. I think I was gonna try to go, but I don't know if I'm gonna go. I always be wanting to go places, and then it'd be time to go, and I'd be like, I don't feel like it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I get that. I've done that many times now. Because a lot of times, uh, first, a lot of these places are not easy to find. That's another thing. It's not like you're gonna run up on a lot of these
Yeah.
places. Like, yeah, a lot
I
of these
think
places are not
it's
easy.
one like down off of Piedmont and like north in that area, Piedmont North Side Drive area. Um, it used to be a Pro Movers over there. I think that I seen one in that area.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I definitely remember Pro Move. It's garbage. Yeah,
Hey,
I
Pro Move
remember
used
that.
to be that thing.
Oh,
That's
man,
how I got my
yeah,
first
I
apartment when
agree.
I left the army.
Yeah,
I wonder
I
what else
used
happened
them
to
one
old
time.
Pro Move.
They went out of business. They went out of business.
I know I used them a couple times, a couple years.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it worked though. That's the thing.
Pro Move.
Yeah, I don't know if it worked. I got the apartment, but I don't know if I got it because of them. I don't
Well,
know.
what I used them for primarily was just to see the apartments, to see what was available, and then what I'm saying, kind of move from there. So I would kind of just use them for the database.
Yeah, yeah, they got the database. They had the database for sure. You know, but yeah, I I had some good times down there. I had some good times. And I had some bad times. But but one thing I can say is she's really cool, and there's this other guy. He's pretty cool too. And the other my man, he's well connected down there. But I'm like, I got to go, bro.
Why?
I just got I think I kind of hit a ceiling, a glass ceiling. You know what I mean when I say that?
How
I
could you hit a ceiling in Atlanta?
Well, I was by myself mostly. If I wasn't with these two people, I was by myself for the
What they
most
got
part.
so again, how can you hit a ceiling?
Because you can only do but so much by yourself.
That's not true.
Yeah,
Depends on what you're trying to do.
yeah, that too.
Cause you go places and you meet people, but I mean I go most places either by myself or by myself.
Yeah, but me too. But I told you I didn't meet a whole lot of people down there that was doing similar things.
I don't try to meet people. I go and enjoy wherever I'm at, and then like I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I got
me
it bad
too.
because people try to talk to me, and I might chit chat for a second, but I be ducking people. Like I don't be trying to be bothered with folks. Like leave me alone. I am not trying to talk. I came here to enjoy myself, and this is the reason why I got a problem finding me somebody to date because I'm always so standoffish. Guys try to talk to me, I will run and jump in my truck so fast to just avoid. I don't know what's gonna come of it. They be like, "Excuse me, ma'am." I'll be like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." I be gone quick. I don't even know why.
Well, yes, yeah, I hear you. But I mean, I met a bunch of people, but they just weren't the type of people
Quality
I
people.
want.
It's hard to meet good people. It's not hard to meet good people in Atlanta. It's hard to filter the good people from the people that are fake and just here trying to come up. And a lot of people here are simply
Exactly.
trying to come up. So they only build relationships based on their ability to come up versus building just relationships because you cool to them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So I'm like, plus, I was running into people my first year or two. I think I was running into people that had hidden agendas, and I invited them over to the house, where I lived, which that was a mistake. I
That was
invited them
you.
over too
That was not
early.
them. That was you. I don't let nobody come to where I live at. It take a lot for me, but this is again why I be kind of running away from people because I met one guy at a gas station and he was cool, but then he's like, "Yeah, let's hook up and link up and smoke. You come over to my house." Well, coming to your house? I don't think I know you well enough to be coming to your house, sir. But if we're going to go somewhere else, but if all you want to do is link up and smoke, then it's not too many places that we can go and just smoke. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, but see, that's what I was used to before I moved there. You know?
right. And like, but again, like for me, like even with bringing people to my house, I just don't trust people like that. I got cameras on every angle of my goddamn house. I got the
Yeah,
ring doorbell. I got, you know what I'm saying? But why even put myself in a position to bring somebody to my house that might either try to set me up, might stalk
yeah,
me? Like, what if I bring somebody to my house and I don't want to be bothered no more? Now they then won't stop coming
yeah.
past my
Well,
house.
that's. I mean, I didn't. I mean, I might have let them come over like
Mm-mm.
maybe like a month later or something like that. And
Protect your peace, King.
some people say that's too fast.
Yeah, protect your peace, King.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was used to before I moved there.
I
And there
mean,
was,
what people that you probably been knowing for a while, or people in an area that you know well.
well, yeah, some I worked with at the time, or whatever, or some,
Makes a difference.
I'm like, yeah, and they,
You got to vet. You got to vet through people here in Atlanta because you just don't never know what you're gonna get. It's like a box of
exactly,
chocolates.
exactly, you know, but if you knew there, if you don't know, unless somebody
I
tell you,
mean,
ain't nobody telling you shit, you know.
right. Right, and that's the hardest part. I remember when I first moved down here, and I was thinking about this the other day because I used to just go over guys' houses. Like I done been to people's apartments. I don't be sitting down though. I be standing up like, oh no, I'm not gonna say. I'm just, you know, what I'm saying, stand right over here by the door. But I used to take a lot of chances when I was young, and I don't want to say naive, but just a little bit more open to foolishness. Now I have
Yeah,
children. I'm not taking those type of risks.
yeah, exactly. That makes sense. And the a lot of times, it was like some of these people, man. It was
They were
that's
sketch before you see, and but I've always been the type. I remember when I first moved down here, I lived in Marietta, and this girl that I was cool with, she brought some guys over to the house, and I'm like, girl, you don't bring nobody to the house that you just meet, and you don't know what these guys is trying to
yeah.
do. Like, what is you doing? Like, don't
Then
do that. I don't care how far I live from the city. You don't never know what a person got up their sleeve.
and then this one girl that at the time the girl I was with, she let her come over. Well, she used to come over all the time. I'm talking like every other day. And then she used to come over. I guess she had a couple of drinks or whatever. And after a couple of weeks, come to find out, she wanted to have a threesome.
Oh boy,
I'm like, oh boy,
did you have it?
no,
Why
no,
not? So, have you done threesomes before?
I never wanted to.
Why not?
Just never wanted to. I never had the desire to do it. I thought
So
about it.
you would so
I
you
thought
would be
about it.
like Cisco in somebody sleeping in my bed because you know that he was not talking about a man. If you actually watch the video, it was a woman sleeping with his woman. So you would be like him and be mad if your girl was with another girl.
Yeah, I was talking about that last night in the video. I'm not. I can go without. I can go without that
But why? What is your reasoning? What is your mindset behind it?
because I don't know the other person. 9 times out of 10, I'm not gonna know the other person, right? So yeah, I'm not that comfortable. I don't get comfortable with people so fast.
So
So
what's
I
your
don't know.
views on poly?
I don't have no views on it because I don't really know enough about it to talk about it. I
So
don't
you
really
would
know the.
never be interested in having two women.
Well, I have, but not in a quote quote poly way. I mean,
Okay,
I
so
don't
tell me
really.
about your multiple. No, not talking about like cheating and sneaking. I'm talking about
No,
like
no
where two
cheating.
women are aware that you're dealing with both.
Yeah, I've done that before.
So both. So what was that like? I want to hear more about that.
It was cool.
I mean,
It's
but how
just
did it
been. I'm
happen?
just.
What was like? How did it? How did you
Oh
end up
well.
in that predicament?
Um. Well. At the time, she was diagnosed with cervix cancer. Right.
Hmm.
So that's a long process. You know. That's like. I mean, she might have to go through 2, 3 surgeries. Hopefully,
Right.
the first one
And
works out. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You
Right.
know. So, uh, I'm like, well, she can't have sex. That's what that's pretty much how things got. We talked about it, and but even before the the cancer or whatever, it was understood that look, you know, every once in a while, I'm gonna have a desire to be with another woman.
Hmm. Do you
Now,
still
wherever
feel like that today?
yeah, I'm still like that to this day. I said now wherever I exercise that privilege, whatever you want to call it, that's up to me, you know. And most of the time, I'm just with one woman. Most of the time, you know.
Okay, so if you are okay with the narrative that you might need something every now and again, even though most of the time
No,
you're probably not gonna do it,
no.
then why would you not want to, or would you be interested in having more than one woman?
You you mean her wanting another woman?
Whether it's that, because sometimes, I mean, so you wouldn't want to have two women just to have two women, but you would want to fuck just
Well,
random
are you
people
talking about like
randomly?
you talking about in a poly situation?
Just in general. We just talking about in
Oh,
general. I'm just asking you
oh,
your opinion at this point.
yeah, but I'm saying it's happened that way. But I didn't necessarily planned it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So would you did she like other girls? You been with a woman that wanted other women?
No, no. But I've known women that have like other women, and I spent a lot of time around them. But the thing is, they didn't tell me that up front.
It was
That
just something that
came
came
out.
about.
That came out months later, and I didn't like that.
Why not?
Cause, well,
Are-
at the time, let me tell you, at the time, um, I kind of felt like, well, I didn't see them the same ever since that came out. So I
Okay,
just felt a
so I
little,
gotta know. You are taking me down this rabbit hole. Okay, so of course I keep telling y'all I have never been with another woman. I think that women are beautiful. They're
yeah,
attractive. I think that they are. I love women in the aspect of I believe that we are the most beautiful creatures on the earth. We're all so different, and it's just like wow, like you just frame totally different than I am, and I believe that
no,
that is amazing. But as a life coach, I wanted to learn a little bit about everything, and I am now a sex coach and a sex educator, so I actually watch a lot of porn. I kind of like porn a little bit.
yeah,
It's
some of it's cool.
interesting to learn from. I think that is a very great educational tool. And I never knew that so many women were into other women until I
Oh
started
yeah,
really like
oh yeah,
being into and for me it's like I don't want to say I missed out on something like, but damn, like my forte. But it's women that like that. So I'm always confused when men date women that aren't into other women, but they like to cheat, because I feel like you could just get you a woman that like other women and then you ain't got to cheat. But I think
yeah.
some men might just like to cheat.
Yeah, that's cheating. That's some other shit there. I don't know what. I don't know, but I always look at it like this: if you if you open that door, at first it's gonna be first it's gonna be with another woman, and then then what's next? You know what's next? It's gonna be another man.
What's next? Nah,
If
bruh.
she
I
if
think you tripping.
if she wants to be, I'm not saying it could happen, but it's a possibility, right? And then
No,
I got to
most
deal
women
with
ain't
that.
looking for that. No, most
Not
women
most,
are not looking for
some,
that. Like I'm telling you right now,
some.
I watch. I am in a I have joined at least two or three poly groups just so that I could see what people are talking about, like
No,
what
not
their
poly groups,
mindset.
not poly. Swingers.
No, listen, because they are in those groups. You may not look like that they're in those groups, but those people are in those type of groups as well. So I read and I hear a lot of things, and most women aren't looking for more than one man. Most women either want to share a man
Yeah,
or be with another woman and have a man. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
in conversation, I use myself as a scenario. If I ever did poly, I wouldn't want to share a man. I wouldn't. It wouldn't be like we sharing. him, they would have to share me. That's my mindset. Like if I ever was in that, like, well, this is the proposition. Okay, well then I'm gonna have a husband and a wife, and they can't really like each other like that.
Oh, I don't think those relationships would work. I think
I
I
don't.
I,
I've
I
seen it
think
where it works for people.
yeah, but I think uh if you're this is what I've seen works most of the time. If you have a couple together, and let's say this guy wants to be a poly relationship, so he bring in a third woman. All of them have to have some physical contact with each other. All of them have to get along. If they don't,
Um,
it usually don't work
from
out.
from what I've seen, there are couples that they are women or triples, should I say, where the women are totally not sexually together, but they are like sisters. And depending
Oh yeah.
on who you're around,
Like
then
the
they might be called sister wives. But there
Muslim.
are no, well, yeah, Muslims do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But then there are women that have multiple. It's one woman in particular that I follow on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm in the group. And she has like two or three husbands and a boyfriend, but each husband be having other girlfriends, and one of the husbands then got married. So it's a lot of shit going on. But
It depends on the
um
guy. Depends on the guy. You know.
see, but I don't know if they all sexually active or they just simply share
No,
her.
not. It don't necessarily have to be sexually active, but they have to like each other.
Now, I definitely like a lot. There's a meme that says, in order for like a man should just get two women that love him and then just lead a game. But really, in actuality, the females have to love
Yeah.
each other more
Yeah.
than they just have to love him. So in that aspect, there does
Yeah.
have to be some commonality, or being able to just get along. I think that's um, where Bobby, Whitney, and that woman that they used to have. I
Hmm?
think that they was all, and
Oh,
then
I don't know about
if
that.
if two of them don't get along, then yeah, it'll be a problem because they're bickering over you.
Yeah,
But
because the jealousy comes into play.
I mean, but I think there will be some kind of jealousy if it. I don't think that there will be jealousy if it's two different types of relationships, though. I think the jealousy is only if they want the exact same thing from you. Because two women being intimate is totally different than two being intimate, unless the woman is wearing a strap on. But I think
I
strap ons
hope
are
so.
stupid.
I hope so.
Shut up. I think
uh,
strap-ons are for me it just seems like retarded a little bit, and
I
I'm
don't.
not trying to be insulting, but it doesn't make sense because you could just be with a man. And then nowadays they got men with titties. Like these transgender women, um yeah, they trans into women. They be women at the top and then men at the bottom, and the shit is crazy. I be seeing like, damn, like
I'm
it's kind of the
confused.
best of both worlds for if you like both, but it's the world is a mixture of a lot of things,
I don't know, man.
and it is very colorful.
Especially if they get them pregnant. You,
See, okay, so a trans woman can't get pregnant
no, no, you
because
got the guy that's
oh,
a
the
trans
trans get the
get the
girl
woman
pregnant.
pregnant. Yeah,
Well, because they do
I'd
be
be
having
like,
sex with women. Because listen, my triple X Twitter page, I watch a little bit of everything. I post a little bit of everything because you just never know, and it is so many people want so many different things. I feel like no matter what you want, it's available for you. You just gotta find the type of people who want the same
oh
things.
yeah, exactly. I always say, whatever you want, there's some woman or some man that's down with it.
Listen, Saints, I enjoy watching two women. I think that, well, right now I've been celibate for a long time, so that is in order for me to maintain not wanting some dick, I gotta watch things that don't make me be like, damn, I should go get me some.
You just keep you just keep being busy, right? That's what I do. Want to like if something on my
No,
mind,
it ain't really that.
no, no.
Mm-mm.
That's how I
Um, I haven't had sex in so long. I have to like somebody in order to want to have sex with them. So when
feel.
I watch porn, it's more so like, man, I could sure use some dick. But then once I turn it, once it's not on, I'm not. It's not like I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not close to nobody in order for me to be
Okay.
like, dang, let me rub on you and nothing like that. So
See
this
my
what saves me.
yeah, that's good. See, my mind works different. I'm thinking about it within a let's say I don't know. Let's say 12 hour, 12, 16-hour days, whatever. I'm probably it dwells on my mind probably 3, 4 times a day. I would
How
think.
often do you have sex now?
Uh
You in a relationship?
yeah. And I got
You're supposed to think about sex often because you're in a
yeah,
relationship. I've been
yeah.
celibate, like literally. I have been avoiding getting being almost
Yeah.
friends with
But
men
even
because
but
they said,
even if I'm not in a relationship, it was the same. It was still always on my mind. But at the same time, I got shit to do. I have responsibilities, you know. So I can't do it all the time like I would like, because it can be exhausting, you know.
I mean, but if you okay, so I believe in being very sexually active in relationships. I think that sex is vitally important to the
Damn
survival and
right.
intimacy of a relationship. Now, some people
Hell,
think that it's not that important, but I think
I
that
know.
the more sex you have, the closer you'll be, the more connected you'll feel, the
Yup,
more vulnerable you'll be, all
yup,
of those things. So,
yup.
I believe in having sex regularly. I think that arguments should be solved with head and sexual favors because I don't think that you can be mad after you just bust a nut. So,
No, you can't.
like, and if you are still mad after that, then there's
Something
really a
wrong.
problem that needs to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I also believe like at the time that people pillow talk, that's the time where you need to talk about your shit that you need trying to work through because you're at your most
That's a good
relaxed
time.
and vulnerable time.
Yeah. You know. Yeah, a lot of people, they it depends on how you were raised, your culture, where you're from, and I've heard people say stuff. Sex is not, it's not really that important to me. What?
Listen, I'm celibate. I've been celibate for almost 7 years, and sex is vitally important. Like in a relationship, what are we doing? Are we just
I don't
friends?
know.
Because if we're not having sex, then what are we doing? We not like
Yeah, and I love my, I'm close with, select few women. I love them all. Not, and it's not just about sex either. It's just them being a person, and they
hmm
and most of them were there. They were there for me when my parents died. Those were some tough times I had, and I appreciate shit like that. I don't forget about shit like that.
hmm
So if they call me right now, I don't care what it is, I would do it. I don't care.
See, a
You know,
lot of
I don't.
people don't be like that.
I know, but they ain't me. So yeah, I appreciate shit like that. Like because I was depressed for like 6 months, man. That shit was rough. Like so they didn't, and a lot of them didn't have to do anything because they could have been like, hey, sorry, hey, but you're lost, and just kept it moving. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
But they like call, text, you okay today? You know what I'm saying? Whatever. Hey, you need me to come over there, whatever. Or you can come over here, whatever. So, hey, man, I'm never gonna forget that shit.
Right. I can tell.
So yeah, it's kind of like, hey, man, whatever they need, hey, I got it.
hmm
you know.
Well, I think that Intimacy is important. Sex is
Yeah,
definitely important, but I think that it sex starts definitely way before the bedroom. I think that men
oh
have
yeah,
the biggest issue that men have with not getting sex is not connecting before the bedroom.
yeah,
Shouldn't watch. I think that people I think that you shouldn't watch porn obsessively. I think that
yeah, yeah,
not watching it at all will be um because you need to get that nut off. Everybody
yeah.
needs to get that nut off, and if you don't, I think that's what make people start being perverted, because
That's for
the
sure.
lack of sexual interaction will make you be like obsessive with it and be like out of control. But
Yeah,
and then overexposure will make you be like it don't even mean nothing no more. So you got
yeah,
to
that's
find that
true.
balance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a balance, you know. And some of these guys, yeah, I get some questions sometimes from some guys, and I'd be like, I don't even know what to say sometimes because, I
I
mean,
mean, some men aren't comfortable watching porn with women. Some men will not. They
you know
they
what? I got started like that, watching porn with a woman.
really
Yeah, she brought the VHS
back
tapes back in the
then.
day. She brought it over. She came over the VHS tape, put it in, and that was my first first porn
So
movie.
you didn't watch porn as a kid?
No, no, no. I think the closest thing. Now I saw the tapes. I saw it. Like I think my brother had like tapes laying around or whatever, and I saw
But
the magazines back in the
you never
day.
actually
But I never actually looked at it.
it was a square.
I was sheltered as a child.
Yeah, I used to watch Cinemax. I used to watch HBO.
Now I
My mama
saw.
my mama worked third shift, so I was,
Oh, okay.
like
Yeah, I remember when satellite came out. This is like Jesus Christ, 30 years ago. Um, my cousin, he was like one of the first one, had this big ass satellite. You remember that shit? Yeah. He was the first one that had one because that shit was expensive back then. I think he was
when I
paying.
was in Iraq, I set up a satellite. I helped set up the satellite dish on top of the warehouse.
Okay, yeah.
Just I
He
don't
was
know,
the
that was
first to
random.
have. He was the first to had one at the time, and he used to be watching porn daytime,
On the satellite.
and I was like, "What the hell?"
In the daytime?
Yeah, and I'm like, "Yeah, what the hell are you watching, bro?"
So y'all
Yeah,
just was sit he wanted to sit around and watch it like it was just a regular movie with his
yeah,
homeboys?
yeah. And
Now I
he
don't know
had two
about that one.
sons. He had two sons, and I used to go over to their house. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "What the hell?"
I mean, I guess if you got sons, you probably trying to kind of, I don't know.
I don't know what he was trying to do. But I know I walked in, and I'm like, what the hell? I don't know, man. I'm like, what? I think I was 11 years old at the time. I'm like, I don't know what the hell he going. That's my dad, man. Yeah, okay, whatever. You know,
I mean, because sometimes men be trying to expose their children to stuff, because there is a um there is a video that I saw, a movie that I saw on Netflix that I was thinking about letting my children watch, but it really wasn't like a porn movie. It was just like telling you about sex and how it be on spring break when they be trying to, um, you know, get girls and just smash and stuff like that. It was like a educational thing where you could see how, niggas run through bitches,
yeah.
basically.
Now, porn can be misleading too sometimes.
Well, yeah, because a lot of that should be fake. Some of it don't even be interesting. In my sex class to become a sex coach, I had to watch a lot of porn, and it was like dreadful because I seen better porn on
How
Twitter.
long? How long was that? The class?
The class, it's at your own pace,
Oh,
but
okay.
it was like 40 classes.
Holy
Um,
shit!
It was, I mean, it was extensive, but it wasn't just about sex. It talked about healing and other things, other emotional things, relationship advice and stuff like that. And then it was about the sex part.
So this was it
Um,
in person in class?
it was online.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah, like there are several places that where you can get the certification and become a sex coach. I just went with I normally do the cheaper version of things
Yeah.
sometimes because I'm not about to spend all my money for somebody to talk to me about something the same way I'm sitting here talking to you. And, a lot of times it's not a whole lot of resources. Now, the class that I went to Loveology university. It was pretty cool. I liked it because it was at your own pace, it was relevant, and they had a lot of different videos of displays. But again, I've seen better porn on Twitter, and it just wasn't. I didn't watch all of the videos because it was like overkill. Like, how many times you gonna watch somebody have sex? Try to teach me about telling
Exactly.
people how to have sex. But overall, it was pretty cool. It was interesting because it they taught you everything about sexuality. So like now I'm a certified sex educator. So I got a lot, you know what I'm saying, little certificates going for myself now. I've always liked talking about sex though. I think that it is a very fun topic because everybody's approach is so different. You just never know what a person is into. Like most people think that all men would want to have threesomes, but you're a
No,
perfect example of
no.
guys is just like, nah.
I can go
And
without.
and that is because I always because of my job and what I do, I talk about a lot of stuff. So a lot of people oftentimes think that these are the things that I want, but I'm like, I really want a man. I just want a man, a regular man that can, do the things that I need from a man. But I still have to put all of these other things in that mindset and narrative, because you just never know who you might be talking to, who might need some help. So a lot of people, it's interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I'm just I think the fun, like if you just the idea of a threesome, it sounds nice until you actually start talking about and planning on doing it. And I'm like,
So
yeah,
what be throwing you off? Okay, so
because
I've
I
never
didn't know,
done one, but I think when I get married, I
I
want to
didn't,
try everything. I want to
well, I
just be
didn't know.
wild with the person that I'm with.
Well, in my case, I didn't know the other girl at the time.
So it made it awkward.
Yeah, I didn't know her. I didn't know nothing about her. You know, I seen her one
So you would
time.
prefer to know something about the person,
Yeah, I would prefer to know them if I want to go do something
like
like
have
that.
had conversation and at
Yeah,
least know, like,
yeah,
that's
yep,
understandable.
yeah. I didn't know nothing about her
Oh,
at
excuse
all.
me.
You
I
know.
know, like for me, I have to like a person to actually want to be with them intimately. So, I don't think that, because I mean, women have tried to hit on me in my years. I've just never been like interested. I always be, the same way I talk about skirting off on guys while I am celibate. It's the
Yeah.
same way I would, girl, you crazy,
Oh,
and
down,
go
hey,
take my
down there
ass
that
anyway.
happens. Down there that happens a lot to women.
Well, it doesn't. Well, I don't go out enough. I
Yeah,
don't
you
think
don't go
because
out a
it
lot.
don't happen to me.
Yeah,
Because I be like,
yeah. But
I've
if
never
you're
experienced nobody even be. I don't know. I pay me no attention. I don't be looking sexy, I guess.
no, I mean if you're out and about a lot, so you go to the clubs or at the
They start
mall,
seeing you around, I'm sure.
yeah, it'll happen.
I mean, now one time when I first moved here, I went to the movies by myself down at Atlanta Station, and somebody was like, "Hey, you want to come with us?" And it probably would have been fun to go to the
Yeah,
movies with some strangers, but I am a very protective person, so I was like, no, stranger danger."
yeah. And another thing that um
Yeah, he's scared.
yeah, right. And another thing about living down there is you have to act because people will say stuff like, "Hey man, I'm having a party at my house, man. You want to come over?" You got to ask what type of party you having.
Why? I've never. Well, listen, I'm inexperienced when it comes to socializing down here because I don't be talking to nobody. I told y'all I be standoffish.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you my experience.
So what
Because
type of parties you done been invited to that you didn't know you was going to?
well, I thought it was just a regular party, and turns out, dude said, "Oh no, man, I have a adult party." I said, "Oh, okay,
Like
uh,
orgies?
yeah,
See, I've never been to an orgy or been around an orgy type of environment. Like when shit start getting weird, I always leave. Like shit start going
yeah,
like it be getting somebody rub up on me too much. It be too like overly.
yeah."
Some people be like, you just put all their titties all over you, and just do weird
Yeah.
shit. I be
I
like,
was,
extra six left.
I've been to one house party. It was cool. It was cool. I didn't do nothing, but it was cool. I didn't. The girl that I wanted to be with, yeah, she wasn't feeling me like that. So I said, I guess it wasn't meant to be. Hey, man,
Hey,
it's
you never know what hell that might have put you through.
yeah. So I didn't. I left like probably a little after one. From I got there like 10. I left a little after one or whatever. And the
See,
good thing about it,
I'm
it was close to where I lived at the time.
I'm scared to go some places because I don't want nobody to be trying to pick me up. Like I want to go, but I don't want to get picked up.
And
Like
see, it's good to go with somebody. Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm
probably
saying.
why it's best to go with somebody so you don't
Yeah,
get picked
because
up.
and it's because they might more than likely they know somebody that's there. You know, at the times, yeah, I didn't really know this guy that well. I met him at the bar in Sandy Springs, Hudson Grill. So I didn't really know him that well. You know what I'm saying? I just used to see him there every Sunday looking at football. You know, for like 3 months, and all of a sudden he was like, "Yo, man, why don't you come to one of my parties or
I
whatever?"
want to go so I can be like, oh my gosh. I remember the first time that I went to a strip club. I used to live on Brockett down the street from Strokers for like a year almost,
Oh,
and I
Strokers,
never
baby.
ever went. And I always used to be like, I wanted to go, but I was so deep in religion that I would not go. And then the first time I went to a strip club was like in 2012. I went to Platinum 21. And I was like, oh my God, they was actually fully naked and stuff. I was like, ah, like I didn't know what to do. Like am I not supposed? I'm like trying not to look like, oh shit, like they goddamn naked, like they ain't got
Yeah.
no G string and that no, they goddamn just I was shook. I was shook
You were?
because
Yeah. Well, I'm used to.
as a straight woman, I felt ashamed to look at first. Like I am
Yeah.
not supposed to be looking at, you know what I'm saying? But I went back to a different club and I kind of, made myself be comfortable um with going to the strip club, but then it went and it became an educational thing because now I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure out how you do that trick. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, hold on,
A
let me
lot
see
of
how you shake
women.
your ass, kid. Let me see if I can do that.
A lot of women have told me they don't understand why guys go to strip clubs. A lot of women have told me that.
It's better than going to a regular club because it's some type of entertainment factor where you don't have to be
Yeah.
the center of attention or dance and all that extra.
Yeah.
But in Atlanta, you kind of gotta go to the strip
The
club
strip
to
club is a
be
regular
in the
club.
like yeah that.
I know.
But here you got to go out in order to socialize with people that's got some notoriety. So, and
Yeah.
that's normally they be in Magic City, Blue Flame, or
Man,
Onyx. They
strip
be
clubs,
out.
man, strip clubs everywhere down there. Some of them I've never even heard of.
No, they do get strip clubs everywhere. They got strip clubs like churches in
For
Atlanta.
real. I mean, I think I've been to most of them at least once. But there's some of them I'll be like, I didn't even know one was over there.
Yeah, I've only been to a couple. I only go to clubs that I'm familiar with where I
Yeah.
go around and like I'm very weird in
No,
my
I
opinion
what
because before I go to a club, I normally go the first time and just sit outside and look around and watch and kind of see what type of energy is
Yeah,
at
that's
the
good.
place. And
Yeah.
I'll go home. Like I would get fully dressed to go like I'm gonna go out. I guess because if it look cool, then I'll go inside. But if I need to watch a little bit, I'm not gonna go inside. I'm just gonna sit out there and watch. And I've sat outside the club. I've ran out of gas
Oh God.
from sitting outside at the club and just not be ready to go home and just be sitting there on my phone listening to music, just like in a vibe, but just not at home. Like sometimes I don't want to be nowhere. I just don't feel like being in the house.
Yeah, I think I got when I first went to Atlanta, the guy I was hanging with, I used to go to the strip club with him, and they know everybody in
Right.
these
If
places.
you go, you do know everybody.
Everybody. I said, man, everybody know you. Don't know y'all in there. Yep. Because they've been there for like Jesus Christ, 25 years.
Hmm.
You know.
And if you go out, you start to meet people. I just don't go out enough. I've been here.
Yeah.
I have been here for about 16 years off and on. I've moved, I've came back, I've moved, I came back. And I just don't go out enough to meet people to where it's like, people know me from Instagram probably more than they know me from seeing me out. If they see me out, they be surprised because I don't go nowhere.
Yeah. So what when I was there, I used to go out of town a lot. I used to go like conferences and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I didn't really meet. I think the first 2, 3 years, I was gone every weekend.
See, and like to me, Atlanta has so much that you really don't have to leave like
No,
that.
you don't. No, you
It's so
really
much
don't.
to do.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Too much
Yeah.
going on.
All the time. But everything be packed, so it don't be too much. It just be
Yeah,
what vibe is you looking for. Whatever vibe you want is there.
yeah, you got that right. I started slowing down after a while. I said, man, I'm tired, man. Plus, like I said, like all my friends were here in North Carolina, so I'm like, man, I'm gonna just go back. You know, I mean, I'm doing the same thing I was doing, same thing I'm doing now. I was doing there. Nothing really
So what
changed.
was the difference? Just
Now
being
just the travel time, and if I can get things done much easier here. I can just pick up the phone and
I
call
would
one of
never
my
ever
friends.
move back to where I'm from.
Where you from? You from the? No, I wouldn't move back there either.
Ohio.
No, no,
Shut
no.
up.
I wouldn't move back up there. No, 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 no. I agree with that. Now I probably
I
will
recommend
move.
anybody move away from home. It's a lot of things that you can't accomplish being around your comfort zone and people you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. What he said? Oh, this guy. He's a. Oh, what up, bro? He ex-military. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I get things done much easier. It's just less time. I was like the biggest thing.
But less time what? I don't understand that part.
Oh, less time. Whatever I need to get done, it's less time for me to do it. Because down there, it's like I had to pay for every goddamn thing. And then if let's say something let's say something happened. Sometimes certain things happen, man. I really had nobody to turn to. I had to figure that shit out on my own, you know. So I didn't really have a good support system down there at all, really.
Man,
Nah, not me. That's I'm just telling you what happened to me.
no, I don't have one either. But I survive and I make shit happen.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing. I got tired of doing that. I just got tired of it. I'm like, and plus doing the you
I'm
know
confused.
the
You tired of being
pandemic
grown?
thing.
That's That
Huh?
like being grown up to me.
No, yeah, but um, I can be more productive here. You know, and plus the pandemic happened, so I'm like sitting there. I'm like,
But you see, I don't have family here. I mean, I do, but
damn,
nobody that I'm close to. So
damn.
like, but when I moved here, my mindset was if nobody came to help me, how am I gonna make this shit work? And ever since then, and now I am comfortable in my own little bubble.
Yeah, yeah, that's a different mindset. Yeah, yeah. And plus, the pandemic happened, and I was out of work for what? Yeah, 2 months. So
You
I'm like,
100%.
nah, 60.
You got to get that work
But
on that
that wasn't.
percentage.
I wasn't at 60% back then. No, no.
Oh, now
Not back
when
then.
because I was at 70% for a very long time, and it was a little bit more difficult. But once I started getting my percentage up, then that kind of changed everything.
Yeah. Well, back then I wasn't that shit. Right? And so I'm sitting around, I'm like, shit, I know, I still had the channel and everything at the time. And so they were saying, well, we don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if we're gonna go back to the regular schedule or when or if we were even gonna go back to the regular schedule, you know. So I'm like, well,
I
they
don't
said,
think
hey,
it.
don't call us, we'll call you. I said, oh, okay, whatever. So I'm sitting at home for like um, I still got my same routine every week, doing a live and I upload a video or whatever. Now I didn't have no podcast yet. That somebody called me one day, said, "Hey man, why don't you do another podcast?" I said, "You know what? Shit, I ain't doing shit. What I have to lose, right? But
Right.
so I didn't. I think at the time, uh, I was like, man, you know what? I had a bunch of stuff on a hard drive, videos. So I stripped the videos down, the audio, and I just put like 10 of them up. And people started looking at it. So I said, you know what, man? I'll just go buy some other stuff, man. And then I had a friend of mine say, hey man, you're gonna have to do like 100 episodes before it take off. Before it really take off. So I said, whatever, bro. I just
So do
it's not like
so you create content as you go?
back then I was. Yeah. But today, no. Today I'm like a
How?
month ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know. So that's you know, and then
See, a lot of the content that I have, I was upload like I had a Facebook page that with nobody to follow, but I tell people where they can go find my post. So for a long time, I would tell people where to go find my post, and then I would just post there. So now I can post all of those videos that nobody was really supposed to be seeing and use those as basically new content. So a lot of the stuff that you're listening to, some of it is from now, but a lot of it is from 2020. So that's like a year and a half worth of content that I have. When I say I got 700, basically if I've posted 103 and I still get 630 something posts, that I had over 700 posts. And if I just do a video now, if I do a video or two a month, it'll still keep me ahead at this point.
that's good. Yeah, you said people in North Carolina are friendlier. Yeah, that is true. People are friendlier around here. That's true. You know, but that's not the reason why I moved back here. I mean, that is cool. That's cool. It's if people are friendly, it's easy to talk to, and you know, that's good. But man, Jesus Christ, you've been on here almost 2 hours.
Well, I was before you sent me the link, I was finishing up. I bought some decals for my wall, so I was putting it up while I was waiting. And I'm really kind of upset because the I bought a earth, like a transparent earth globe, and it's green, and I didn't really want it to be green. Um So now it's just kind of it's gonna have to grow on me, but that's what I was doing. So I did that, and I got a couple more other things that I got to do.
You got. I like your background. You got the look like certificates and I like your background is better than mine.
I mean, no, this is really my office. Like, if I could
Yeah,
turn my
yeah.
computer
I
around
can
and
tell.
show you,
Yeah.
literally, create. So I have a 3 level home, and in the basement, I created an office suite. So, I
Uh-huh.
had a pool table at my first house that I built, and I had a little bar. So in two other rooms, there's a pool table, and in a bar area with some couches, and then in this particular room, it is my desk. This is actually my book collection and all of this stuff. But I have a if you go on my Facebook page, I have a specific layout. I had found a 3D model builder, and it was like, okay, well, in this room, this is how I want it set up. The only thing that I'm missing is I want to run some track cameras and lighting so that it could be more of a production place.
Oh
Um
yeah.
s-
Hey,
but
you
I
hold on,
just
hold on.
hadn't got
You
that.
you know how to do that stuff?
I mean, this YouTube videos. I am a do it
No,
yourself type person.
no, I'm talking like I'm not good at hooking all this shit up.
Well, no, like yeah, I am a techie type of girl, a
I
woman.
am,
So
but not when it comes to damn when it comes to the computer itself, yeah. When it comes to adding plugging shit in,
well,
hell.
no, like and if I go and build the track system for cameras to run, then
Yeah.
it wouldn't necessarily be hooked up to a computer. It will record unless I got a screen specifically for that,
Okay.
in addition to my regular computer, because I wouldn't want to have too much going on here. But the goal would be to have it be like my regular camcorder, where you just put your memory card in there, and the memory card you take it out and upload it. That's the mindset behind it, anyways.
Yeah.
But that's the only thing that I'm missing is the extra stuff. So now what I have to do is like put up all of like I have a whole bunch of like words and stuff that I want to put on the wall and things that I want to do. So that is my goal right now. And in the other room, like even over there, I have a studio, like a literal recording booth for my books to be recorded. So I have a mic and everything. And most of the stuff is not really expensive. I just have a big enough home to where everything could fit comfortably.
Gotcha. It's like some equipment I have. I bought that shit. I can't even make it work right.
What you mean? Like what type of equipment is it?
Like I bought it's kind of like a mixer. Like I bought the mixer first,
For
really.
like the podcast thing?
Yeah. And
See, and I want to buy one of those. I don't have one of those. I have I bought me the audio box Studio One audio box kit for my
yeah.
microphone and for my me the dolls in order for me to be able to record books. I don't really when I put together my stuff like this, I don't start off spending a lot of money because I don't know if I
I
am
didn't
really
either.
going to be serious about it, or if I am going to think that I'm going to want to do it and then be like, okay, it was cool while it lasted and flake off. So because I know that I'm flaky in doing things, or things seem like a good idea at first and then I start doing that, but like I am doing this no more. Because when I
Yeah.
first got my recording equipment, I was actually upstairs in a closet. And in the closet, I was like, oh, I could go and start narrating books for other people. Let me go and do this. I could make some money. Do you think I even wanted to damn read these people books? Hell no. I ain't read or narrated a book yet. Cause then once I moved everything to downstairs and I set up the actual closet and made it into the studio, at that point, I'm like, well, I got my own books. What I look like reading somebody else's book when I can make my own books? I got
Yeah.
content that I want to do. So, yeah. So I went and got me it was like maybe $500 for the microphone and the little doll system. And then I went and bought me found me some speakers on Amazon that change colors, like LED light change colors, and I just slowly start putting everything together. I found this at the desk. It's a actual desk set. I got it for from a used desk place for maybe about $300 or $400. It actually has a connecting piece right here, but I took it off so that I can move my table a little bit.
Hmm. That's good, man. Yeah.
Like if you can see my whole office, I post it sometimes, but I also take it down just because
Why?
this is my home. Like I live here right now. And
but they,
um
but you know that's well, it's not outside though.
so
they can't put
people be
two and two
thirsty.
together, huh?
Well, the goal is my overall goal is to turn this house that I live in now into a company home where I go and move somewhere totally different. And then I
Oh,
can
okay.
host parties and I can, you know what I'm saying, have people here. I want to actually produce shows from my house. I want this to be like
That,
a recording, like an actual functional set. So and I have like written down show ideals and things that I would like to do that I think that would be cool. It's just a matter of getting everything to actually go into motion. Like I plan a lot. A lot of the things that I'm doing now have been planned out for like the last 8 or 9 years of okay, these are the things that I want to do, and then me trying to put it all together. So every year around this time, in 2013, I made my first vision board. Hold on, I'll show you. In 2013, I made my first vision board. And then so after I made this, it didn't include some things that I wanted to include. So I ended up making my second vision board. So now every time around this year, I found myself going through my notes. I have like 6 or 7 notebooks worth of random notes. Some of it is dreams that I've had, some of it is ideals that I've had, some of it is just random thoughts or things that be on my mind. And
yeah.
so I go through all of it and I see where I'm at. So literally I be checking out things from years and years and years ago.
Yeah, you know the crazy thing is, I made like a dream board probably about 10 years ago,
Mhm.
and a lot of that shit came true.
Yeah, I got 2 of them, but mine are very extensive. I got a lot of words and stuff. So it's gonna take a little bit longer for everything to come together because
Yeah, like,
most times.
and I
Hmm,
actually wrote down some people that I wanted to meet in person. A lot
hmm.
of that shit came true for real. I said, holy shit.
Now I do have what I will tell you is that I made a list, a prayer list some years ago to pray for certain people, and a lot of the things that a lot of people that I prayed for, like lives really got better and changed. So
Yeah.
lately, this last little 3 or 4 months, I noticed that plans, like I wrote down, I drew out how I wanted to set up my house outside. Like I wanted a basketball court, I wanted this little thing here and this little thing there, and all of it manifested. So now I'm over here like, let me sketch some more shit. Let me put some more shit down. Let me draw something and see what I can get to come into fruition.
Yeah. Yeah. It's because somebody told me to do that a long time ago, and I was like, "What? You crazy?" And
I think
they
it
was
just
like,
takes
"Dude,
time to manifest depending on what it is that you're desiring.
well, I didn't even understand the concept of doing it in the first place."
Then
I'm
it
like,
happened,
"What?"
and you was like, wait a minute.
And then it just happens. I might go to like an event, and the person was there, and the person came in the restroom. I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, yo,
This
man,
is
how you
real.
doing? Yeah, exactly. I'm like, she just had, or I met Les Brown at the Hyatt Hotel in LA. He was coming out the hotel about to leave, and I'm just standing up chilling in LA because I'm like, it's cold as shit out
Well, you
here.
know what? Well, what I'm gonna do since you said that, I'm gonna write down a list of people that I want to meet
Yeah. And
and work with.
yeah, and then at the time, um, I'm nervous because I'm like, I always wanted to meet Les Brown, man.
Right.
And then this guy that was with me at the time, he was like, yo, man, You get a picture. I was
See,
like,
and
ah,
this is my
man.
thing because I don't like to ask people for pictures.
I don't even.
I know that people don't mind taking pictures sometimes,
Yeah.
but I remember it's so funny. I met Candy Burris once, and when I met her or when I took the picture with her, it I went to an event that she was having, and some girl went with me, and the girl was trying to take a picture, and I'm telling her like I don't like taking pictures, and I'm like, let me
I
tell
don't even.
you why I don't like doing it because it normally feel like you got to chase the people around in order to get a picture. Like you like, let me get a connect,
Yeah.
and it was so funny because that's exactly how it happened. So it was a running joke for a long time. So anytime I post a picture with Candy, it is so funny to me because I really felt like I was like,
And
hey,
plus,
can I? And she was like, ah.
they get
So I
approached
hate
all the
asking
time.
people for pictures. Mhm.
Plus, they
And
get
I like to
approached
give
all the
people
time.
their space. Like if you do this
Yeah.
all the time, I don't want to bother you.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I was saying. The same thing about Les Brown. He's like, "Come on, man, come on, let's get it done, man." I'm like, okay, all right.
Most of the time, people are cool, but it's just me. I don't be wanting to violate people's space, like because
Yeah,
if
yeah,
I was famous, let me have my space. Like if I'm in that mode, then I'm in that mode. But if I'm not, then
yeah,
leave me alone. That's
yeah,
why I don't want to be
exactly.
famous,
Yeah,
because leave me
there's
alone.
there's yeah, it's been a couple of people. I'm like, oh no, don't approach that motherfucker. Boy. No, it was like
You gotta make me
it,
spit my water out.
it was an 8 ball. You know, from 8 ball
Yeah.
MJG.
Mhm. Oh
Eight
no, they
ball.
cool. I've kicked it with
No,
them at a studio before, like
well,
in
no,
their
eight
presence.
ball. No, 8 ball. He's by himself at the time, and
No, but they cool. No, like
it
certain
might
people I
be,
know are cool.
but it didn't work. I don't know. Maybe it was the guy that was approached. I mean, I don't know what the guy said, but whatever was said, he said, "Hey, man, back up."
Now some people be too one. Some people come and get too close to you too quick. They don't give you time to
Yeah,
like what I'm saying, what you want. So yeah,
and
it can be awkward, but
and
I just don't like.
some people lose it. They be like, "Oh shit," They
Mhm.
get
No, wait a minute, because when I first moved to Atlanta, I went to David Banner had a softball game. I don't even remember where it was at. It was like in 2004 though. And this is I met that I took a picture with David Banner. I don't have this picture because it was on an old phone. Back in the day you couldn't really transfer the pictures over like you do now. And he was so stank and sweaty because he had been playing baseball all day.
okay.
And the way that you just described when I seen Ronnie DeVoe from Bell Biv DeVoe, I was like, I lost it, and I was like, oh, I was so fucking embarrassed. It was
Yeah,
like I was like, oh my god.
that happens a lot.
I never lost it like that before ever in my
No,
life.
yeah,
No,
me. I never,
never before. Like
yeah, I
I
never
had
did
a
it either.
cousin that used to dance for Janet. I went to see that. Like I've been around people my whole life. I've been around. Like I
Yeah,
met Jadakiss when I was young. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying, met different people at different ages, and I never acted like I did when I seen DeVoe. I was like, ah! Like I was screaming loud. I was embarrassed once that was over.
That's
Child.
funny.
I was
I
embarrassed.
saw David Banner at Strokers.
Oh, David Banner, cool as fuck.
Yeah, yeah. I seen him at Strokers.
Well,
I seen Pete.
I eventually did end up going to Strokers. So I've been to Strokers. Blue Flame is the closest to my house. I think so. I like the Blue Flame, even though it's
Yeah,
kind of small. Um,
yeah, it is.
Magic City, I've been there a few times. I like going to Magic City, but I live far, so I don't be wanting to go into the city. But by the time it's 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, who wants to drive 20 minutes outside the city at 2 o'clock in the morning? So I really want a condo in the city so I can be in the
Yeah,
city.
yeah. I smoked weed with Mob Deep back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was 18.
Yeah, I used to go to there was a point in my life where I
Crazy.
was going to Mace's church for I went to Mace's church for like 5 or 6 years. He was a really cool person.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? They was in Florence at the time
Oh yeah?
performing. Yeah, I was in Florence performing at this club at the time. It was
Performing? What you performing? You
no,
ready?
no, they were performing.
Okay.
It was Mobb Deep, Biggie, and Nas.
Oh
At,
shit, you was with the greats.
yeah, at the time it was this DJ in Florence. He was like he was connected, and that's how they used to have a lot of acts come out there. So my cousin, he was going to college out there, Francis Marion at the time, and he was like, "Yo, man, you need to come up here. I got tickets to go to this club, and Mobb Deep, Nas, and Biggie's supposed to be up there." And I actually I snuck up there. I drove my mom's car up there, and this is like an hour and a half, hour, almost hour and a half drive. Yeah, I wasn't even supposed to be. My mom did not know I was up there at all. My dad didn't know anything.
Oh man, those be the best
Luckily, nothing
times.
happened. Yo, yeah, those were some good times. Yeah, those were some good times. You know. But yo, man, we've been on here too. I'm about to get up off here.
Oh yeah, I was just playful banter. I
Yeah,
appreciate
it's
you having
cool.
me on.
Yeah, anytime. You know, anytime. I'm looking forward to the new year. I'll talk to you about that offline.
Oh,
We'll talk about it offline. Yeah, yeah. But hey, like, share the video, tell me what you think below, and don't forget to check out the Love Can't Wait podcast. And don't forget to check out
Speaking
uh
Freedom TV, Love Gang. If you go to edu-freedom.org, I have everything that you need right there.
yep,
Now hit that link.
yep.
Go
Till
watch some
next
Speaking Freedom TV. I'm sure it will help you. Look, I talk about finances. I'm gonna help you get some money. I'm gonna help you become a better person, and I'm gonna help your love life. Whatever you need, Speaking Freedom got it indeed.
until next time, we out. Peace.